Right then, hello there guys and welcome back to our MotoGP career mode walkthrough. This is episode number 2 and we are back once again with the adventures even of Yamboy, otherwise known as the Yes Man. I've got to alternate between those nicknames because the Yes Man, yeah, that works as well. I'll be like Stormzy, I'll have more than one nickname, but nevertheless, we are out and about and now, I don't know, it hasn't actually saved what I did last time. I did something off camera, but it doesn't appear to have saved it. So we're going to just look to the calendar, and we're going to roll on to the next season. But what I did off camera was that I actually signed for Prix Aspar. But we are here, we're with Aspar, and as you can see, they have now got a 4-man team. Myself, Juan Francisco Guevara, Francesco Bagnaia, and Jorge Martin. So, yes, that's rather interesting. We've got some emails and such like, but that is about it. There's our team. Yeah, all is good, all is well. I don't know anything about bike development on this game, so I don't even know whether there is a system of bike development. I assume there is, but let's hope. Let's see. Anyway. The race length is going up to 25%, because that would indicate it's going to be a 5-lap race. Right, so round 1 of the Moto 3 season official, and we are here at Losail or Qatar, chassis, and we've got suspension. Here we go. Brakes, suspension, chassis, engine. Okay, so those things we can develop across the season, but we haven't earned the data packs yet to be able to do so. We must have the longest garage known to man. We've got 4 riders in this team, and one of them isn't even here for some reason. He isn't even in the thing. That's Bagnaia through there, because I can see the 2 on his helmet, and he's number 21. And through there is Jorge Martin. So they've just thrown poor Juan Fran Guevara out into the open. Anyway, we're starting in the back as per usual. We'll be starting in the back for every single race this season. There is our lovely new Prix Aspar bike. It looks a lot better than the Ford Racing bike, but nevertheless, we are underway here for this 5-lap race around Losail at Qatar. We've got Ana Carrasco and her teammate Rodrigo directly in front of us, and then Zulfami Khairuddin is to their left. Nevertheless, we're heading down towards turn 1, braking fairly cautiously, not wanting to have any sort of incident. We've actually gone hideously wide, but that might be good in the long run. They might trip each other up. We get a nice bit of traction on exit. We've got the inside now on Carrasco and for Khairuddin. Bit of a bump out wide for Khairuddin, but he manages to hold on to the position. We do get in front of Ana Carrasco, though. I'm going to try and go right around the outside here through this right-hand corner. People taking very different lines. We've gone massively wide there as well. That's allowed Carrasco back through, and this has been a flipping shocking first few corners. I don't know what our objective is, actually. I should have looked at it before. I think it might be 18th. I'm not entirely sure, but this is difficult so far. This is a very difficult race so far. We're not able to just, completely pile our way through the order. Through we go, though, on Carrasco, so that's job done, finally. And next up for us is Khairuddin, but we've got. I suppose it's a 5-lap race, so we have got longer to make our movements through the order. But yeah, hopefully I haven't put the difficulty up too much. But we've got a superior traction there to Khairuddin and Rodrigo, and now we're on the inside of our former teammate Alessandro Tanucci. In front of him is the Grassini bike of Danilo. We've got the inside of him, a little bit of a bump here and there. Sit them both up. Rodrigo is trying to get back up the inside of me, almost knocking me off my bike. Second female rider, Maria Herrera, is in front of us on the Husqvarna. I don't even know what it's called. I don't know what it's called. It's not important though. We can hang in a slipstream here. In front of us is Darren Binder, Maria Herrera, and a few other riders as well. But it doesn't look as if we're going to get much of a slipstream going on to lap 2 now as Brad Binder sets the track record. And we've got a data pack, so that's all looking good. Jules Danilo, though, is actually making a move up our inside, but we brake a bit later than him. We're not really making any sort of movements through the order at all. I'm going to dive up the inside here, though, of 3 riders. Lovely move on Darren Binder, our ex-teammate, and we're up to 26, so I think we're about 8 positions now away from our target. But ideally, we want to be aiming for points in some races, not maybe every single race. That would just about skate around the outside of Darren Binder again. Our new teammate, Juan Fran Guevara, is right in front of us now, along with a few other riders. That looks like Cornfile, and not Wayne Gardner, as I called him for the majority of the Valencia race. It is Remy Gardner, who is Wayne Gardner's son, who was a famous MotoGP rider. That's why I called him Wayne. Anyway, we're on the inside of Guevara and looking for 25th, just edging him out wide slightly. Got Cornfile and Remy Gardner in front of us. Remy Gardner is looking to the inside here of Cornfile. What a battle we've got going on here. This is fantastic. 5-way battle going around the outside of Guevara. our teammate. I want to try and get around some of these riders as well fairly soon, so we're going to look up the inside of Remy Gardner now, a little bit too late on the brakes, give him a bit of a bump out wide. We're alongside still, we've got Cornfile and Ertl right in front of us, and then we've got another 2 riders, one of which is an Aspar bike by the looks of things. It looks red. We're on the outside here, being hung out to dry by Remy Gardner, but we will have a bit of slipstream and a better exit substantially than the 2 riders to our left-hand side. Quartararo is leading this race by, I was going to say an absolute mile, but the other competitors just didn't come up. But anyway, we're 22nd place, and look at this, Cornfile is, I'm not actually meaning to swerve, but he kept going whichever direction I was looking to go to. But Cornfile breezing past Ertl in a straight line, so he's up into 23rd. And he's looking to make it 22nd up the inside of us, but we do not let him. Ferrari and Martin should hopefully be dispatched by the end of this lap, and we've got 2 more laps after that to try and catch Mignot and Io in front of that. Jorge Martin, our teammate, is very much sticking it to Matteo Ferrari up the inside. Some lovely little battles, it has to be said, across the order as we go very wide, but then just about come back for a late apex, it has to be said, for the right-hander. But going up the inside here, Ferrari trying to help our teammate Martin out in this battle. We're going to have the inside for this sweeping left-hander, but that will become the right-hander, or the outside, for the next corner. We're actually going to breeze past Jorge Martin as well. We can just about go around the outside there, or have we gone a bit too wide? I think we might have gone a bit too wide there. Yes, we have indeed. So Martin and Ferrari fly straight back through again. It's only a baptism of fire, it has to be said, this season. I was expecting to be getting points fairly comfortably. But anyway, going up the inside here, Ferrari and Martin. Are we broken a little bit too late? 3 abreast through the final corner. That is interesting. Anyway, we do come out just in front of that. We've got 1.7 seconds to catch. I think the issue here is that Io and Mignot, I mean, we're definitely not going to catch them now. Io and Mignot are catching the people in front, so they're not actually going that slowly. They're catching the rider in front of them. Plus, they're slipstreaming each other down the straight, so whereas we don't have that slipstream. So, I think we're going to struggle here to actually catch them. We're on the final lap of the race. We look as if we visibly caught them a little bit, but I don't think it's by enough. I think it's Livio Loy who's in front of them, by the way, as well. Well, I don't know, maybe we will. Maybe we will catch them. We've got Mignot and Io then in our sight. Yeah, we're right with them now, Mignot and Io. I think Livio Loy's out of our sights, but I think we might at least get a battle here. Duck out the slipstream and down towards this right-hander. Up the inside of Io and up the inside of Team 46 bike. Yes, we are. Past Mignot and Io we go, and we just block them slightly there. There's an opportunity, as an overtake is going on between Bagnaia and Locatelli in front. We've gone wide there, though, and onto the AstroTurf, which is not ideal. There's the back steps out as well through this left-hander. Livio Loy is definitely too far in front of us, but we are going to take 18th, despite what I thought we weren't going to come. Well, hopefully we are. Anyway, we've gone a bit wide, but hopefully we'll recover that, and we do. Good exit out of the corner, and Quartararo wins for the first time in Moto3 from Danny Kent, Oliveira, and Brad Binder. We're going to come across the line to take 18th. We are on the slipstream of Livio Loy, but we're nowhere near close enough. In the background, who's going to take that? Oh, lordy lord. It looked close between Mignot and whoever the other person was. Who was the other? Oh, Nicky Io. In the end, Fabio Quartararo does take the win from Danny Kent. Miguel Oliveira is second, with Brad Binder in third. Efren Vazquez from Karel Haneke. Isaac Vinales, Jorge Navarro, and Enier Bastianini. Antonelli in 10th. Then it's McPhee, Masbu, Fanati, Bagnaia, and Locatelli who gets the final point of the day. We take 18th, which I think was our objective. So I think for the 3rd time in a row, outright, out on track, we've hit our objective. Obviously in Valencia, that penalty then sort of scuppered us a little bit. But yeah, our teammates, by the way, Jorge Martin was 22nd, Juan Francisco Guevara was in 27th, and Bagnaia, our 3rd teammate, was in 14th. So he grabs 2 points. And there's the championship. Quartararo obviously top, because the results will obviously be the same as they were for the race. And let's proceed now into the next round. That's how the Constructors' Championship is standing. The Tribe of Yamboy. The Tribe of Yamboy. Quote of the week, Mignot. Yesufu and I had a real battle out there today. There may have been a bit of contact, but it was a fair duel. That is racing. Yeah, we did. We had a small battle, to be fair, myself and Mignot. We didn't really battle too much, I don't think. It was more of a fleeting battle. We sort of rode up to the back of them and then passed him, and then that was it, really. Anyway, next Grand Prix is the Grand Prix of the Americas. We're at COTA. Now this is a track I can't really do on F1, so I don't know how the game expects me to do it on MotoGP. We're here in Austin, Texas, for round number 2 of the Moto3 season. So, shall we? I reckon the chassis. I reckon if we improve the chassis with our data pack that we earned in Qatar, that'll be better. Then we'll go for the engine after that. It's looking like a sunny race for this one. What a surprise, Danny Kent is on pole. However, Miguel Oliveira and Isaac Vinales this time are on the front row of the grid, so I suppose that's a bit better. And our rival for the day is Francesco Bagnaia, and I think he is 16th on the grid. So we have got a lot of work to do if we're going to A, hit our objective, and B, battle with Bagnaia. But nevertheless, we are underway. We've got a good start in comparison to Rodrigo. Already going past him. There's 2 riders leaning on each other. Down towards turn 1, not breaking, that's definitely not a word. Broken very late going into turn 1 and then tapped Herrera slightly. But it's a good start. We're up 8 positions. That's become 7, no, 6, 5 now. Jesus Lord. Went a bit wide. We got tapped out wide by Jorge Martin. Just lunged up the inside of Cornfile. And back up into 28th. Go round the outside there of Martin and back up to 27th. Because we made a lot of positions up through turn 1, but we actually then lost them on the exit because we got hit by our teammate Martin. Around the outside, I hit Kai Rudin and Danilo there, who are having their best races, I think, of the season so far. But we're up into 24th. Oh, big slide. Big slide there. Just about managed to save it. And we've gone wide, though, unfortunately, out onto the AstroTurf, which means a really bad run, and hopefully Danilo won't be able to get through. If he doesn't, we chop him off. But yeah, called for a good start. We've made up 10 positions already in this one, so that is a good start, surely. Crash, though. Vinales is down. So, bad start to proceedings for Isaac Vinales, and Locatelli's gone down as well, and has just come back onto the track. I think someone's gone down in the background as well. But anyway, we need to concentrate on the riders directly in front of us. Locatelli's gone down from top 10, I think, and he's now right in front of us, just in front of the 2 that we're now slipstreaming, which is Guevara and Remy Gardner. We're going up to the inside of Remy Gardner and Guevara, and through we go up into 22nd place. Ertel hits Io. Ertel has a massive moment of his own. We've been hit by Guevara. Hiroki Ono's down as well. Manzi goes down at our last 2, and Jesus Christ, it's all gone completely tits up for quite a lot of riders, it has to be said. We're getting battered about by our teammates here, which is just not helpful. Guevara, oh my lord, we're down. We're down. We're going to have to use a flashback there. But, because I'm going to, you know, I'm not a pro. I'm not saying I'm a pro, so, you know, I'm not going to be like, oh, I'm not going to use flashbacks, because I am going to use flashbacks, because I'm terrible. Anyway, lot of action there down at the back end of the back straight. Hiroki Ono going down all by himself, and Ertel getting hit by someone, I think, and then it was a bit like, it was like Skittles. It was like Skittles down at the end of the back straight. Ertel getting hit by someone. He then got hit into Nicky Io, who was a poor innocent bystander, and hit the deck. Ertel had a massive moment of his own, and is now down in 19th, directly in front of us, in fact, actually, and I think Hamzi went down as well. Already, though, Locatelli and Isaac Vinales had gone down before that as well, though. Anyway, we're alongside Philip Ertel. It's actually Vasquez who's leading this race. I don't think we've ever seen Vasquez in the lead of a Moto3 race so far, but he is doing so. Down into turn 1 we go. Minho getting a little bit out of shape there on exit as well through turn 1, but we're up into 19th. A much better first lap here at Austin than we had at Qatar, as Isaac Vinales, fresh off the back of his backside, after that crash on the first lap, has just gone past Minho on the VR46 bike. In front of him, someone's looking backwards. I don't know who that is. That looks like a Leopard bike, but Hiroki Ono's already gone down. Isaac Vinales is looking up the inside of Locatelli, who joined him on the deck at the same corner, actually. Hopefully we're not going to get a penalty for that big moment, though. We had to get out of it, really, because Minho was going up the inside, and I wanted to get onto the AstroTurf to sort of avoid contact, but anyway, it looked a bit like a corner cut, basically. Are we going to see anyone else go down this time? Or is it just a first lap thing? It does look as if people are getting a little bit close for comfort. It was actually Livio Loy who was in front of those guys. We've not made much progress on this lap, but obviously we have got quite a few more laps to go. Anyone behind us? No, we're pretty much on our own. Philip Ertel? Yeah, Philip Ertel is quite a long way back. We're getting ditched slightly by the sort of 6 or 7 riders in front of us, one of which is Bagnaia. So if we can get into this gaggle, we might have a good chance of beating him. 2 riders down. 2 riders down. We would have run over Migno's bike had it not disappeared, but Bagnaia, our teammate, is down. Migno is down as well. There was about 6 riders going into 1. That was never ever going to work. We're up into 17th and we're beating Bagnaia, who is our rival for this race. We've got Locatelli in front of us. Livio Loy as well there too. But that corner down at the end of the back straight is causing havoc in this race. And we've had about 9 crashes already in this one. Andrea Locatelli's trying to go around the outside of Livio Loy here. Locatelli's obviously out of position based on his pace because he crashed on the first lap. And Livio Loy is now trying to get past him. Overtake for the lead. Danny Kent has taken his teammate Efren Vazquez for the lead. So the 2 Leopard bikes in first and second. Isaac Vinales has just passed Matteo Ferrari for 13th place. But we now see Livio Loy and, what's his name, Locatelli, directly in front of us. And they're really what we're aiming for because they are in 15th and 16th. And given, obviously, 15th is the battle for 15th, our objective is 15th. So ideally, we want to try and beat them. Oh, look at that. That was Ertel coming very close to the back of us there. Might try and make a move down into turn 1. Matteo Ferrari's getting cut adrift as well. So if myself and Locatelli can slipstream up to the back of him, we might be able to get past him as well. Oh, my lord. Use both rear and back front brake there. We might make the move stick. Yes, we do in that case. And we're up the inside of Locatelli. It will probably get to a point in the series where I do stop using flashbacks, to be honest. But whilst this is only my 4th race ever on this game, I think I'm allowed a few. Anyway, Matteo Ferrari, well, I've obviously used quite a few more than a few. We've only got 2 left, and we had to start with 6. But anyway, Matteo Ferrari is in front of us on the San Carlo bike, backing it in there. And we've got a much better exit. We go up the inside, but then Ferrari switches back again. Through we go up into 14th via the slipstream. That is Locatelli. Livio Loy's in the process of being swallowed up by Hiroki Ono. Gone a bit wide though there. That's not ideal at all. And we've lost both the positions to Locatelli and Ferrari, but I knew we'd outbroken ourselves, so I wasn't going to fight it too much. Anyway, we're going past Matteo Ferrari here. Up the inside down into turn 1. A little bit out of shape there, down into the braking zone, but on the final lap of the race, we are in front of Matteo Ferrari and up into 15th, which is our objective. We're beating our teammate Bagnaia as well. Let's hang on a slipstream here of Locatelli and see whether we can get a move done. We are very close up to the back of him, so it should be job done. I think he's on a Grassini bike, isn't he? He's the teammate of Bastianini, so Old Locker, as he's known on his leathers. We're going up the inside of him. And we brake at the same time, but Locatelli goes very wide. I think slightly helped by ourselves because he cut across us a little bit, but didn't have much of a place to go. But we are up into 14th place. Is he on our inside still? Yes, he is. But we're going to try and get back there. That makes it the inside with a bump there. Another bump. Bump and grind between ourselves and Locatelli. Back steps out there. Doesn't look like a penultimate corner lunge will happen, but let's see what we can do on the final corner. Kent has won from Vazquez. We're going up the inside here of Locatelli. All very close. We're going to have a drag to the line, I think. Between ourselves and Locatelli, and we do come across the line. No, we don't. That's not the start-finish line. Oh, why isn't that the start-finish line? Oh, that's the start-finish line in F1. Why? Why move it for MotoGP? Oh, for crying out loud. I thought we'd taken 14th, but we lose out in the end by about a 100th of a second, if that. Danny Kent wins. And it's another dead heat. Why do dead heats happen so much on this game? But Efren Vazquez takes second place. Miguel Oliveira in third. Fabio Quartararo, after winning the first race, will be pretty disappointed he could only take fourth. Brad Binder fifth from Navarro, Bastianini, Masbu and Haneke in ninth. Fanati in 10th. And it's Antonelli, McPhee, Vinales down in 13th and Locatelli 14th from ourselves. It was only 300ths of a second between ourselves and Locatelli. That's disappointing. Oh no. Recovered to 16th, but no points for him. Then Ferrari, Livio Loy, Ertel Migno, pardon me, Maria Herrera, Remy Gardner, Bagnaia, who was our target, but he fell off, along with Migno earlier on in the race. Then Tanucci, Jorge Martin, Kairu Dean, Anna Carrasco, Nicky Ayo, who also fell off, Cornfile, Guevara, who I think also fell off, and Danilo Manzi, who fell off, Darren Binder, and Gabriel Rodrigo. So, yes. An extremely entertaining race, that was. That was fantastic. What a race that was. That was great. Really enjoyed that. Here is how the championship is looking. Danny Kent is now 7 points clear of Quartararo. Oliveira staying in third with Vazquez, Binder, Navarro, Haneke, Bastianini, Isaac Viñales and Masbu rounding out the top 10. McPhee and Antonelli are both down. We rise to 15th in front of our teammate Bagnaia. And only 16 point scorers so far, which is slightly strange, especially for Moto3. But there you go. So there we are, 15th place and our first ever full-time MotoGP point. Championship point. We came, was it 14th? I think, or was it 15th? I think we came 15th at Brno in our first ever race as a wild card. But now in full-time employment, we have taken a point with Aspar at the Circuit of the Americas. And what a race it was. I still can't get over that first lap crash that just wiped out about 4 riders. Hiroki Ono, Io, Darren Binder, Manzi I think went down as well. If you did enjoy this episode, which I'm sure you guys did after that COTA race, then feel free to leave a like. Over 25 likes on the first episode already as I'm recording this, which is mega. So the support on this new channel as a whole is really, I really appreciate it. Subscribe though if you're new around here for MotoGP and F1 content in the future. But nevertheless, it's been a pleasure ranting at you guys today. Have a good day, enjoy yourselves, and goodbye.